drink beer, do good?
That's the motto of one-time engineer turned owner of Ex Novo Brewing Company.
Sit down, grab a pint, and join us as we dive into the life of Joel Gregory. This episode is sponsored by JNH Lifestyles.
Take advantage of one of their home infrared saunas and experience the many benefits that thousands of people across the United States are praising.
Regular sessions in an infrared sauna will help you in almost all areas of your life.
Start your joyful, natural, and healthy lifestyle today with JNH Lifestyles. I'm Dex.
And I'm Steve-O. And this is Don't Sweat the Small Stuff.
Where are the beers?
Wait a second here. We're the one episode where beers make sense.
How did we forget the beers?
I don't have beers.
We're not drinking beers?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
We technically could go get some low fills.
Oh, we can get all the beers we want, and that's kosher. Like,
We already started.
Yeah,
we can
hey,
stack this place up.
can we get beers? It's not too
not
late.
too
There's
late.
beers.
Oh my gosh.
They're literally in the cooler right there. Can I grab beers real quick?
Can we cut this real quick?
Yeah.
All right,
Please.
stand
What
by.
do you want?
Anytime. Doesn't matter. Cold
IPA?
beverage.
I'm not an IPA
Is he
guy.
not? Is he getting them or what? Yeah. He doesn't. No. But there's only
doesn't
like
matter.
one
It
certain.
doesn't matter. It's a couple
Yeah.
beers. They can get them from wherever. No fills or not. This is
That's so
important
funny.
stuff. I'm glad that caved.
I was just sitting here going, wait a second.
I feel like
Beer.
that's the one thing that's been great about my job is every interview I've done where I'm nervous, I always am allowed or supposed to, and definitely do have a beer during the whole thing. So I'm like, okay, this isn't so bad.
Yeah.
You know, right at 30 minutes, we'll have a good buzz going.
Yeah.
We'll probably go another
They keep
30.
them coming, yeah. Just keep it rolling.
We should see how long we can actually stay
That's
in
what
here.
they say.
That's
If you're really hot, just drink something dehydrated.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Drink pints of dehydrating beverage.
Thank you, sir.
Oh yeah, you got low fills, all right. That's got like this much beer.
Really? Dang, I got a full one.
Oh, that's okay.
I did too.
All right.
Just
this-
3, huh?
Brought to you by. Oh jeez. Low fills.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, fellas.
Hey, cheers.
Drink some IPA when it's hot out. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. That's good. All right.
Wow,
Mine's
that
over.
tastes real good.
So, we got to start here because this being in the sauna is a ridiculous adventure that Dex got us into.
Yeah.
You, a few years ago, had a crazy idea because we got to go back in time. You went to college, you became an engineer.
Yep.
Electrical?
Electrical engineer.
When-
Yeah, one of them.
Went off to work for...
Bunch of companies.
Okay.
Big companies, small companies. Always the cubicle farm, no matter what.
All right.
Just
How many
like
years
you'd
of
see
college?
In the 5.
Okay. Oh, that's it?
Yeah, you know.
Wait, that's it?
I was thinking like
How many
9.
did you do?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Zero.
You're
Yeah,
just
most people, they just get a business degree to take some 6-7 years. So 5 years, you must have
5
just
years,
knocked it out.
an engineer, doing
Yeah.
what?
Oh gosh. Really boring stuff, software stuff. I like the big picture of most of the companies I work for. I liked what
Okay.
we were doing.
Okay.
I never liked what I was doing.
So you weren't
Like-
building like Cyberdyne for
I don't
the
know.
Terminators
That
to
sounds
take
awesome.
over? It's
Oh, okay,
Terminator!
sorry. I didn't let you finish the sentence. Yeah, no, I do. You just watched the Terminators. You're
Yeah,
fresh.
Cyberdyne, man.
Yeah, I was working in renewables, mostly solar,
Okay.
fuel cells, a little wind. Yeah.
And then you're like,
those things.
man, I'm in a cubicle and this is really boring. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna build a beer empire.
You know
Were you
what you
writing
can do?
formulas while you were in the cubicle?
Absolutely. I mean, if you've ever done or seen Office Space, it's like I do maybe 1 hour work a day. Totally legit. Like, so what are you gonna do the rest of the 7 hours of the day? You build business plans. You watch Hulu. You build business plans again.
Okay.
And I'm not that guy. I'm not like an entrepreneur that's got a bunch of ideas. It's like I had one idea.
You had a good idea.
And I saw it through because I had the time to plan it.
So let's go back. Like you're an engineer. Are you married at the time?
Yes.
Okay, married.
Always been married.
Yeah, you've always been married.
Wow.
No matter how far back you go.
What cult are you a part of?
So, you're a father now, but like kiddos yet? Like
No.
Not yet. Okay.
No.
And so you're just what happened? You
The
get
last-
like a 30, you're 30 and all of a sudden midlife crisis? Kind of.
No, I got laid off with the whole
Okay.
department. They said, we're not doing that anymore.
No
They gave us
way.
time. It was like, this is going to wind
That's
down
I know
over
exactly
like...
how that
Yeah.
feels. Twice. I'm 39 and it's happened twice, so I think that's...
It's like
I feel okay that it's been 2 times,
That's not so bad.
but it still hurts.
worst.
It's still
Yeah.
not,
the
it's still
worst.
not fun.
No. it's
so
not fun.
so
Yeah.
laid off. Say it again.
Yeah.
I instantly made a splash. Like when they brought me in to lay me off, like, who are you again? I'm like, what have you been doing here this time? They didn't. That's like, it felt like that. It's like employee number 45.
Wow, yeah.
Here's
You're
your here's your severance.
No way. And
Yeah.
so then you just.
And so, previous question, my wife was pregnant at that time with our first. So I was
Oh
like,
my
perfect.
God, that's even
So I got to
worse.
tell the HR person, like, so you're taking my benefits away, and I'm the sole breadwinner, and my wife's pregnant with our first.
Oh, dude.
Just lay that on her and be like, I can't do
Did
anything
you
about
cry?
it.
Like,
But-
did they? No, okay.
I'm so sorry. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I know. Oh, not fire me? Not let
No,
lay me
it was
off?
so
Like,
good that they did. It was
Yeah,
so good that they
yeah.
did. Because I had that moment. I'm getting beers with a buddy, and like, I'm like, I guess I could do this or this, and he's just like, what if you didn't? 'Cause
Yeah.
we'd been doing this home brewing in the garage, like
Okay.
community, bringing the neighbors together for a while.
Okay.
And he's like, what if you just, and we talked about it a lot, as like a pie in the sky dream.
Yeah.
Oh, we should do a brewery. Everyone says that.
Yeah.
But he's like, what if you
What if
didn't
you-
go get another job?
Right.
And you just did this, and I was like, okay.
Wow.
I'm pretty easy to convince. I'm
So you
weird,
just went for it. I know. I've learned.
Yeah.
Do you have to,
I just went for it.
to do something like that, do you have to have some sort of nest egg that you can rely on for a little bit? I mean, maybe
He
2
got
months
the
salary.
severance. He just said he got
Like
a
how
severance.
much we talking?
No, it was
about?
3 months.
3 months? That's it?
But so yes, you should.
Yes.
Didn't.
Yeah.
So during that long year, probably of like startup of. It's a little warm in here.
Yeah, right, man?
Have I started to sweat?
You're not even sweating yet.
I
Look
know,
at
I'm
me.
like,
I was
like
are dying.
I was gonna say I don't
My
sweat
eyes are
that
burning.
much. I'm not a big sweater, so I was like, when I start to break, that means that I'm really hot.
trying to figure out what I put on my hair this morning because like my eyes are burning and I'm like, what
Oh,
did
nice.
I mean, I don't have hair, so I don't know what I
am
did.
It's just like-
sweating. So you're falling apart. This is good.
Anyway,
Okay.
so I flipped
Yeah.
a house.
Oh,
I
that's
said,
easy.
I found a little like loan from a family member. I was like, I gotta make money, and to flip a house, you don't actually make money until the end. So it's like,
Right.
Yeah.
how many credit cards can I get for a year?
Oh
and we
my
lived on that until like that moment of selling that house, and I was like, okay, we paid that back. So
Yeah.
basically, bought us that year of startup time.
Gosh.
Obviously, you knew how
Bottom
to
line,
do that, right?
I don't hate risks. I guess is the
Apparently.
thing. I'm always like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, on paper, that all works out.
Like and so up until that point, you literally just homebrewed.
Oh yeah.
And people are like, "This is good." And you're like, "Cool."
Yeah, and I'll just go on the record saying anyone that makes good homebrew should not go open a brewery.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
That's where things go awry.
That's where it falls apart.
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
So-
In the internet, like that plus a lot of googling things.
What was the hardest thing for you? What was the biggest obstacle at first when you decided to take that leap? You know, and
Yeah.
maybe everything started to come together.
Yeah, so I didn't have any money.
Yeah.
And you need a lot of it, a lot more than I thought you needed. So that was phase one, was overcoming my optimistic, like, you just need like a little bit and we'll do it
Right.
ourselves and it's fine.
Trying to convince your rich
And
friends.
then convincing a lot of people
Yeah,
to be like, hey, guess what? I've never done this before.
Yeah.
I make some okay beer.
Yeah.
Let's invest a whole bunch of money and get this thing started. That was huge, and that took like 8 months to
Yeah.
just grind people down. And then, even then, like we barely got enough
Yeah.
to get started.
And this was in Portland,
This
where
is in Portland,
it's
Oregon.
super snooty and saturated, and there's 43 million breweries.
Yes,
in
it's
the,
44 million now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's 44 million now. Seriously, so
There's so many breweries, and
Yeah.
and it's unlike anywhere else that I've ever been. Not even breweries, just like beer bars and beer culture. It's everywhere, and you can
Okay.
drink good beer at a bowling alley. You can drink every dive bar has great
Good
beer.
beer,
Like it's
yeah.
not messing around. And I kind of knew that, and kind of again, just I'm optimistic. Like we're gonna work this out. We're gonna
Yeah.
make it awesome. It kind of like opened not with a bang. It was like,
okay.
Yeah.
boom, we're open,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh crap. I'm looking at my spreadsheets. I'm looking at the real numbers. like,
Yeah.
oh no. Man, but it was rough starting out. Like 6 months of frantic borrowing more money and just
wow.
we're going down. But all the while keeping that cool because I'm the
Yeah,
only
yeah.
owner,
Yeah.
and I don't have like the people that. I mean, I had friends and I had
Yeah.
a board at that time because we were the first nonprofit brewery in the country.
Yeah, we gotta talk about that.
But I'm saying I had a sounding board, but at the end of the day, it was my problem.
Okay.
And then it's like telling the staff we're okay, like
Right.
we're gonna make it happen, and then it took like 2 years.
I love that you're like, the biggest obstacle is not having money, so I'm gonna start a non-profit.
Yeah. That-
Like, that doesn't make
Yeah.
any sense. You literally started with not having money sucks, gonna
Yeah.
start a non-profit.
Well, it wasn't really the long vision play. I was like, this sounds really good right now, and makes sense or makes
Yeah.
me.
So
feel
was
like I'm
it
doing the right
at the
thing.
beginning 100% of the net profit went to these charities, right?
Correct.
Is that the way it's always been?
It's the way it always been, and it
Yeah.
still is, even though we're not technically a nonprofit in Oregon anymore. Those were business reasons or legal reasons, let's just say, but we're still doing the same thing.
Wow.
And yeah, that's the biggest obstacle now is like trying to make money. Not as easy as you think.
Yeah.
So you can talk all day about, we're going to give all this money away. And it's like, guess what's hard? Making the money
Making the money
place.
first to give it away.
Yeah.
But when it happens, we have this really cool opportunity to see, all right, we've got some money in the bank. Is now the right time to make good on what we said? Or is like, maybe we need to buy another tank because we need to grow? Yeah, those are challenges, but they're good ones.
So why New Mexico? Because I look in Portland and go, that's beautiful.
Yes.
Sure is. No, it's a great place, man. Great city.
Not to put down New Mexico because it's beautiful here. Some people love the desert.
It's changed a lot since I've been there. I was there 10 years, and it got a lot more crowded and a lot, harder to do things and have it feel like it's your little community and neighborhood thing. Like it's just not to say that we're done with it because we're still rolling there. We have 2 locations, and they're doing awesome. But I grew up here in the land of enchantment.
Okay.
I did not think I'd come back after starting a business. I was like, that's the roots, right?
Right.
But yeah, doors opened. My wife and I had kids. All the family's here, 1,500 miles away. And I was like, well, yeah, Mexico's awesome. And we moved back here and haven't regretted a second.
Is
awesome.
Is it like being in a gang when it comes to breweries? Like, is there this weird rivalry? Like, our beer is better.
Ooh, I hope so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like you just, because it's like, well, I latched onto these group of friends at this brewery and we're all like pen pals and we're bros, but secretly is it like, I want us to be the best?
I hope everyone wants to be the best, honestly. I hope everyone thinks that they're better than us and we think that we're better than them. That's good for beer. That's good for business. But at the end of the day, like, not putting someone down or ever letting that affect your relationship's important.
Is
but
there
like,
espionage though?
We hear that sometimes. People like, oh, you're coming out, you're going for La Cumbre, and it's like, we're not going for anybody. Like, we're just trying to make good beer, and I hope they're trying to make good. Like, everyone's making good beer, right?
Is it competitive to get into other restaurants and bars? Is that a tough thing?
Oh, it's super hard, but I don't feel like we go in there like, take them off, put us on, blah, 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 blah.
Right, yeah.
Maybe we do, but I don't think we do. So at the end of the day, there are so many drinkers, there's so many handles and bottles on the shelf. So it's competitive, but it doesn't feel like that. I feel like let the best beer win and let the people decide. We're not trying to like take people out and do weird.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start going to all these different, I'm going to go to all these different like bars and go, hey, do you have Ex Novo? Just constantly Ex Novo.
No, that's the right place.
Really? No,
and then you have to be like, oh, really? You don't?
Okay.
Like, look at your phone. Like, I guess we'll. It's really disappointing.
Do you know where they serve it? I don't really want to be here if you guys don't have it. Yeah.
I know a few places that do already. So
I want to talk about something real quick since Steve-O is here and Steve-O works for you now.
Surprise!
And for those that
don't know,
the story,
Steve-O works in the beer world.
Steve-O used to work for me.
For you?
What?
You were my co-host.
Okay, that is true.
Is this the episode where it gets real?
No, it is.
So Steve-O and I,
Power
we did a show together for about 3.5 years, and all of a sudden one day he just comes in and tells me, "Hey man, I'm gonna be what do you call yourself?
Taproom manager.
A taproom manager.
Run a taproom.
And
did you laugh at him?
A little bit. I was like,
nobody believed me.
I honestly didn't think because
nobody believed me.
Steve-O's been at this radio show for 17 years, and I just kind of was like, okay, whatever. Right. And then all of a sudden he left.
Question:
and
did you have the job when you told him that, or were you kind of just like feeling it?
That's a good
just
question.
trying it out, trying to say it.
I remember you didn't have it yet, but you had. It was like in the process of you deciding whether or not.
That's kind of a Joel move. You just feel like you claim it before it's real.
He knew that what I wanted to do. I will say that I didn't think I was getting it.
Yeah.
So Joel, if you haven't assessed, is very matter of fact. Like he just shoots straight. And so I remember I was at a baseball game, and his brother-in-law, who's a really good friend of mine, and a Facebook post came up and it was like, Ex Novo's coming in New Mexico and we're looking for somebody to run that. And I'm like, that's it. Like I'd been kind of restless and wondering what I was going to do next with my life. I hit 40 because I'm old and midlife crisis, and I got to do something different. I'd just been restless for a while, and you knew that.
Yeah,
sure.
And the second that hit, I said, I got to do this. Like I just knew that I knew, and I literally jumped in my car and drove straight to Ex Novo because Jay, his brother-in-law, said, he's always there. They're building it right now.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I literally just showed up.
Yeah, it was a genuine 1950s move. Like, I gotta be in person and shake your hand and tell you.
I literally walked in and he was in
like,
the office
hey.
with like paperwork and it's like being built around him. And I'm like, hey, I'm your guy and here's why.
Yeah.
And he was like,
what?
No.
Yeah. So you
No,
never,
seriously. And like
worked
seriously.
at a brewery before,
He's like, we can go get a burger and beers because he likes good beer. And so we went and got a burger and beers and he was like, hey, I am vetting other people way more seriously than you. And I was like, that's cool. We can still be friends.
Yeah, you took it really well.
So-
I think that's part of why we're here. Is because you took it well.
I was like,
and
all
you're
right, like this is a good dude. And then we went out again. Like we seriously talked a couple times, and at the end of it, I was like, oh man, I didn't get it, but I met this really great dude who loves good beer, and I love good beer. So this is gonna be a cool friendship.
Yeah.
And then literally, I was at home, and I got a phone call from him, and I drove straight back to my other jobs because I was working a bunch of jobs.
Yeah.
I literally that same day
Shouldn't have
I
too many
drove, and it
jobs.
was just like, I'm done, I'm out.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what was it about Steve?
Thanks, Facebook.
Why?
Yeah, seriously.
Otherwise, what do you do? You
Random
thumb it through the
Facebook
papers
posts.
and you're just like,
I'm not even ever on Facebook. I don't even think I saw it. I think somebody else was like, dude,
so
this
weird.
is what you've been looking for. Now that I think about it
nice.
at the baseball game. Because
nice.
I don't even Facebook.
There you go.
So
yeah, what made you decide to pick Steve-O? Just because
this is weird.
had
It's
other
like the
people with more
ex-wife
experience.
interviewing like the new wife.
It was
I don't know how to feel
really
about
late in the
this.
game, and we needed a warm body to just get it. It was too late.
all the other ones bailed.
It was like, you
all the other ones bailed.
It was way too late to be making good decisions. It was just like it was just
And so,
throw something at the wall.
hey, you know what? Joke's on him. 'Cause here we are.
So how long have you been here so far at Ex Novo?
It's 6 weeks.
So what are you thinking, man?
To be honest,
how you feel about
I feel
making?
great about it.
Do you?
Yeah,
Is he doing all
I
right?
told some people that like look at the resume like, what an experience. And I've met enough people, worked with enough people that have experience, that don't have passion, that don't have like, they're into it. They're like all in.
Yeah.
And I think Steve-O had that, and I was like, I can work with that.
I could teach a monkey how to brew beer.
That's right. No, seriously, it's like beers. I mean, we're not doing anything super complicated. You can learn that stuff, the basics. You're good with people.
chemistry.
You talk to people. You're good with.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you can work with people around you because that's what you do.
That's what you do.
And the rest of it was easy.
Well,
And
let me
listen.
and I've only had like 5 regrets since then.
let me just put you and Steve-O on the spot for a second because I'm here today to offer Steve-O an opportunity to come back and do radio because I might have been offered a job position at another radio station.
no.
Now we're
And
talking. Let's hear it. Let's
I
hear
need
some
to know
numbers.
if he's going to commit to me or if he's going to stay with you, Joel.
Yes.
So
Let's do 2 briefcases with
Yeah.
the job offers in
Like
them.
the job
Let's see
offers?
if
I'm gonna
you've
need
got it.
an answer
my
before
gosh.
we leave the sauna today, or I'm gonna go on to the next co-host.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. You can settle if you want, but it's funny because the day that we left radio, I got a phone call from another radio station.
for sure.
And it was just like, whoa, you guys aren't on the air there. Have you thought about? And I'm like, man, I haven't even like. I just got married, bro. Like, I literally just said I do. I gotta commit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
no, I
like that.
I'm committed.
So go ahead, ask me questions about that if you want. I'll answer anything you guys want.
How are you?
Yeah, how are you, man?
I mean, it's been. Where do I start? I'll be honest. Like, I'm actually really good because this is
Good.
one of those times in my life that I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
And, waking up so early for years and doing a morning show, it's hard health-wise, and it's tough. It's a tough career, and getting up every morning trying to entertain people, it's like giving your energy, 100% of your energy every single morning.
Yeah.
it drains you.
I can't even imagine. Talking to you guys already, I'm like, done.
He's just dripping
I'm
sweat.
just done. All
But
my
the funny
words are
thing
done.
is, that's why I wanted to be at a bar, because I love interviews. Like, that was my favorite part of the morning show, was talking to people and discovering things.
Yeah.
I have heard some crazy stories that I never would have had I not joined on here.
What are you doing with your newfangled energy that you got back?
Well, I'm doing this. You know, we're filming season 2 of Don't Sweat the Small Stuff.
That's good.
Oh, season 2.
And
season 2.
I've got into running, which is super weird. So I've been really focusing on my health, and
I got into cycling.
yeah, that's
I
weird.
bought a bicycle and I've
Right.
been cycling a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah, we're like I'm like 39 almost. I turned 40 here this July, so I'm sitting there going, man, I don't want to die anytime soon. I really think I want to live.
We're basically helping Joel,
I
who's
think
younger
the same
than
thing,
both
but
of
I
us.
can't have that go to my body parts to make them do the things that keep me from dying.
Yeah, isn't it weird? Like in your 20s, for me in my 20s, I was like, oh, I don't care about getting old, or it's like whatever. And then I hit my 30s, and I'm going, what? I really actually do care about dying now, when I didn't before, and I want to live a long, healthy life for my kids, and you know, just want to enjoy life and really do whatever, you know, God has for me. You know, is how I look at it. And so right now I'm just in that space in my life where I'm just kind of waiting and just trying to keep myself busy with the hobbies that I love to do, but just waiting for that career path to open up for me. You know?
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, this is definitely a hobby. We're not getting paid. Did you get paid?
I mean,
didn't get paid.
For this, I got all of it.
What?
Sponsored by Ex Novo. Also, it's just coming to me.
Man.
Our show ends every episode with our theme song, and we let our guest kick it off. So, having that magical, soft voice that you have,
Wow, I didn't know.
I want to see how this is gonna go, because you have to sing us out.
What?
Yeah.
Go ahead. You
Our
have to
theme
kick it
song.
off.
Don't sweat the small
I
stuff.
have to come up with a song.
Yes, you have to sing us
When I
out.
start singing it,
And then
You
we'll
gotta-
chime
you gotta
in with
sing
you.
our theme song.
Yeah, you guys. It's our theme song.
This is a very popular show.
This is probably gonna be the
Number one,
hardest
should've
thing you've ever
done some research.
See, exactly.
We're always trending
Plenty of
on
time in the
YouTube.
cubicle to have done some research. 7
I should have
hours.
known some things.
7. Yes, you should have. Any moment now.
Yeah, total blanks.
No, it's okay.
Go ahead, man.
What if okay, here we go.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
Sing us out. Hey Jude, don't be afraid.
I feel like that's like a.
Take a sad song and make it better.
We're gonna get sued.
Remember,
I don't know the Beatles.
to let her into your heart. Really, you don't know the
I don't know the
Beatles?
Beatles.
Yeah.
I was an Elvis kid. My mom didn't listen to the Beatles. She listened to Elvis.
Yeah.
It's remember to never, don't sweat the small stuff, baby.
Ba, ba, ba,
Ba, ba, ba, ba, ba. Whoa!
I got excited.
Ba, 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 ba. Hey,
small stuff.
Dang, dude.
Dang, bro.
It blew my mind.
Dude, bro, dude. That was
Favorite
of the best
one yet.
episodes. Hey, you guys want a sauna?
Yeah.
Go to the link down here, and you guys can put in our discount code to get a, I guess, a discount.
Discount. That's why you put in a discount code. DSTSS. That's our discount code to get you a discount on a sauna. JNHLifestyles.com, or you can just go to the link in the description because it's there.